Behind a dimly lit gas station off Route 66 in Arizona, Officer Sarah Mitchell stepped into the cold desert night after responding to a routine disturbance call. The highway was quiet, neon signs flickering, and her patrol car idled nearby as she checked the narrow service alley behind the building. She never saw them approach at first. 3 local thugs emerged from the shadows, smelling of alcohol and confidence, blocking her path back to the cruiser. Their laughter echoed against the brick wall as they mocked her badge, believing the empty stretch of road meant no witnesses and no consequences. Sarah reacted on instinct, hand moving toward her radio, but one of them knocked it away. Her heart raced, yet her training held. She backed toward the fuel tanks, keeping space, eyes scanning for exits, knowing panic would only give them control over the situation. The men grew bolder, circling closer, their voices low and threatening. Sarah planted her feet, refusing to show fear despite the bruises forming on her arms. Every second felt stretched thin as she silently counted time, hoping passing traffic or anyone might break the isolation. Then the sound cut through the tension, deep engines, slow and heavy, rolling in from the highway. Headlights swept across the alley as several motorcycles pulled into the station. Leather-clad riders dismounted, their presence instantly changing the air around the confrontation. The thugs hesitated, glancing toward the newcomers. Patches stitched on worn vests caught the light, Hell's Angels. Sarah noticed the shift immediately. The laughter died, replaced by unease. In that moment, the attackers realized the night was no longer theirs to control. The motorcycles went silent one by one, engines ticking as the riders took in the scene. No one rushed forward. Instead, they spread out naturally, forming a loose circle that closed off the alley. Their calm was unsettling, and the thugs suddenly understood they were no longer in control. One rider stepped closer, eyes moving from Sarah's torn sleeve to the fallen radio on the ground. Without touching anyone, he picked it up and handed it back to her. Another biker switched on his phone camera, the bright light aimed clearly at the attackers' faces. The men started shouting excuses, claiming it was a misunderstanding, but their voices lacked conviction. The riders didn't argue or threaten. They simply stood there, silent and solid, a wall of witnesses. Someone dialed 911 and spoke clearly, reporting an assault on an officer. Sarah steadied her breathing as the tension shifted. For the first time since the ambush, she felt the ground return beneath her feet. She straightened her uniform, radioed in her location, and kept her eyes on the suspects, who now avoided everyone's gaze. Sirens grew louder in the distance, echoing across the open desert road. Panic finally took hold of the thugs. One tried to slip away but was blocked without force, just a step into his path. The message was clear: running would only make it worse. When county deputies arrived, the situation was already contained. The attackers were detained without resistance, surrounded by cameras and witnesses. Paramedics checked Sarah's injuries while the bikers remained nearby, respectful and quiet. As dawn began to tint the sky, the Hell's Angels mounted their bikes. Before leaving, their leader gave Sarah a brief nod. No speeches, no praise, just an understanding that sometimes justice shows up wearing unexpected colors.